All right, all right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Happy, what is it today? Wednesday, July 30th. Let's take a look at the news first. All right, what do we got here? Today, we had some red folder events earlier. 7 a.m. pending home sales, yellow folder for 10 a.m. Let's see, yellow folder, 10 a.m., 7:30. Interest rates, FOMC statement, that's at 11. Hopefully I'll be done by then. We have FOMC today. It's going to be wild. So we'll probably have one quick move, and then the market will probably just wait for FOMC. Let's see if we can catch that move without getting burned or trapped. Good morning to everyone. All right, let's get back to it. Mike Milan, good morning to everyone. I appreciate you all tuning in. Let's see what we've got here for today. So I'm coming in with a little bit of green from last night. Last night during the Asia stream, late Asia session, the stream, I caught a nice little long here at the bottom of this range, right? This is the bottom of the range from the overnight. So it's kind of coinciding. I was setting everything up. I missed this long entry. I'm hoping we get another pullback for a potential long. Bulls still are in control. Yesterday, they flushed everything down to about what was yesterday's low? 440, I think it was. Well, I should have the low of day here somewhere. Yep, 420. So they flushed around 420. 440 was really kind of like the consolidation area. Bears were not able to flush below that area. Bulls have not been able to position above 500 with confident closes. In other words, we wicked above there, but I don't see a 15-minute candle close above 500 for too long. So we've been wicking up here as well. So that's kind of the range right now that we're in. Anything below 420, well, I think bears have a case. They'll push it down. If the bulls are able to push above 500, and this is just consolidation for further upside, bulls have been in control. Sure, we had a pullback yesterday, a nasty pullback that caught us by surprise, but it hasn't changed the overall structure. In other words, we still haven't broken any bullish structure or anything indicating that now we're flipping to bears. Bears were not able to push below 420 yesterday. The consolidation range was really around 450 all the way up to 500. So it was a back and forth. Bulls unable to push above 500. Bears unable to push below this 440, 450 area. Today, if we see anything below 420, which is yesterday's low, all right, I'd be open to say bears are taking control and we're in for more pullback. But until higher time frame structure changes, I'm still bull biased. I paid a little dearly yesterday, but we recovered some of that last night in the overnight session or the late night session. So let's see how it plays out today. What am I looking for? Potential pops above this area, potential flushes below. It's really that simple. We're in a range since yesterday. So that is pretty much, if bulls can pop out above 500, then we got to move to the upside. If bears can flush below this 420, although I'm watching this area, overnight low and previous day close for potential bounce area. We'll see. Mike Milan, good morning to everyone. Happy Wednesday. Let's see if we can get a trade in before FOMC. I'm assuming there'll be one quick move and then the market will just kind of stay hovering until the FOMC statement. That's at 11 a.m. Hopefully I'll be long gone by then. But that is the plan for today. If you're new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. Let's see if we can get a trade in and call it a day pretty quickly. Like I said, I traded late night Asia, as I call it, the late night Asia, if there's such thing as that. So we were streaming last night and we caught one trade here, bottom of the range to the top of that range, and walked out. So we're in a little bit of green. I don't want to give too much of that back. Let's see if we can add to it. Got about 8 minutes for the open. Let me set my alarm for the 10 a.m. news. I got to fix Alexa. I don't know what is up with Alexa here. 8 minutes. So 20-minute timer. Oh, that's 6:45. That's the opening range breakout. And then 10 a.m. news would be 35 minutes. T Massive, good morning, brother. Good morning. I remember seeing you last night, so thank you for tuning in. Let's see if we can capture some green today again. Yesterday I got beat up in the morning session, got a nasty little loss, but we recovered some of it last night. And let's see if we can continue that pattern. I don't want to give too much of it back. It's FOMC, it's going to be ugly, it's going to be choppy. So if I can't capture a winning trade pretty quickly, chances are I'll lose even more, because it's going to be choppy, right? FOMC. So again, we're looking, this was the trade from whoops, in the wrong screen. This was the trade from last night. So potentially looking for a flush down to this area for a potential bounce. If they flush it, they're going to flush it pretty quick. Then 420 would be the other area to watch if they're going to actually flush this down or they're going to bounce it there. So I'm looking 2 areas for potential bounces. If we get below 420, then yeah, the bears are going to take control today. With FOMC, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. So good morning to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. That's the game plan. 5 minutes. The casino opens in 5 minutes. Christopher, good morning, brother. Morning to everyone. Good afternoon for everyone overseas on the other side of the ocean. Good afternoon, good evening. I know we have UK tuned in. Paris might be tuned in. So good morning to, or good afternoon and good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. All right, we got 5 minutes. Casino opens in 5. So hopefully we continue our push up. We do have 10 a.m. news. It's a yellow folder event, but nonetheless it's news. All right, here we go. We're trying to get another pullback. So again, I'm watching for this area for a potential long. If I get stopped out, then we're looking at 420 as the next bounce area. Casino opens in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. All right, I'll be right back. Grab some water and coffee and get ready to go. I'll be right back, guys. Christopher, P for patience today. Yep, we're in this range, so we're gonna have to be a little patient. I'm watching this level down here first. If I get stopped out down here, then 420 is probably the next area. So I'm really only going to target 1 or 2 trades. If I'm in the red pretty quickly, then I'll call it a day. If we push out immediately, then like I said, I'm bull biased. I don't think that until we break below 420. All right, forget it. 629, 1 minute to go. Let's stop yapping. 15 seconds. Let's go. Casino opens in 15 seconds. Good luck to everyone. Casino is now open. Let's watch that first level that I talked about. Let's see if we can get below down there. I may have missed the entry there, so let's watch. Here comes these bears. Berry bears are pushing. I was looking for closer to 460. Hopefully we get a little further pullback on this. Don't pick it up there. 460, come on. Okay, there you go. Looks like they're not able to flush below that area. Let's see if we can get 460. Good. All right, I'm going to attempt the first long here. Stop around that previous day close if they flush it down there. If I don't see a bounce, then they're going all the way down to 420, and I'll clip it. All right, we're popping out of that level. Let's see if we can get push above those moving averages. We can pop out of this, then we are good to go. If we can't push above the 9, then no bounce. Come on, continue to push. Probably targeting the 200 SMA unless we push above the 200 with power, but we still got to get above the 20. 200 is up here. Watching. Started top out, so let it breathe a little bit. See if we can get to 200 SMA touch. If we push above, I'm going to set a target up here first. If we push above with force, then I'll leave the target up there. Otherwise, I'll clip it at the 200 if we resist. Hitting the 200, can we push above the 200 with force? At the 200 right now, I can clip or let it ride to the top of that range. And I'm clipping it. Uh-oh, here we go. All right, that's the trade of the day. That's a nice little trade. I didn't want to get too aggressive on that. We just see profit, take profit. That was a little shy of 35 points. And you guys heard my thinking about there. We were going to come down and flush to the previous day close, in other words, settlement. If we flushed it below this, then 420 would have been the next level. I would have been stopped out, targeting initially the 200 SMA, and got a little nervous on the touch of this high of the range. That's still okay. FOMC day, I'm done. One trade and I'm done. So now I'm up $600. Yesterday we lost. And today, between the Asia session and this morning, up $1,600 per account. I'm good. We good. Remember, if we go back to even last night, the bulls have been unable to push out above 500. So that's what we're waiting for today. The bulls want to get out of this range. Even last night's trade was it's basically the same trade from last night. This is the money range right now. You long bottoms, you short tops until we get out of that range. So last night's trade, similar entry, right? It was just a lot slower. It took 2 hours to get that. But we're in this range. So until we get out of that range, you're trading the range, period. That's what I did. I said, all right, they're going to exaggerate it. They're going to push it down to the overnight low. If I get stopped out, then 420 would have been the next range they would target they would flush this down to. And, you know, can they be higher? Can they go higher? Yes, but the bulls have to break out. I am bull biased. Even after yesterday's fiasco with me being bull biased, bears were not able to push below 420 yesterday. Bulls have been unable to push with a close above 500. So I think today's the day they're just going to ramp out of this. But it's FOMC. I got my 35 points done. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get a little mental break. I think that was a great trade. King Caesar, what's up, brother? Good morning. Good morning. So I'll let it consolidate. If I take another trade, I'm going to wait for a little bit. I'll be right back, guys. All right, good morning. Well, the plan worked today. For those of you tuned in before the open, I mentioned I was taking two trades today, right? Two possible trades. My first trade was targeting 460 as my entry. If I got stopped out, then I would wait until 420. And we got lucky. The market played in my favor on the first entry. So we entered right here in that 460 range, this level that I got here. We got the bounce. We got right above to the 200 SMA. Since we pushed with force, I said, all right, maybe I'll let it ride to the top. Got a little nervous and closed it right above the 200 SMA. But that's the same trade I took last night, right? The same range. The entry should have been here in hindsight, right? About the same. Until we get out of that range, you're shorting tops, longing bottoms. So that's my one and done. I'm not pushing my luck. We had a pretty tough red day yesterday. Thankfully, I walked out. I probably would have lost more trying to long those bears last night. But like I mentioned, the bears were not able to push below 420. The bulls brought the range, the bottom of the range, up to around 460, 470. The bulls have not been able, even since last night's trade. I was just looking at this. They have not been able to hold above 500 with a consistent close, right? So this is the range. Bulls want to pop out of 500 and continue their bullish momentum. I'm still bull biased. Even after yesterday's fiasco, trying to long that, we have not broken structure, bullish structure at all. We took a healthy pullback. Unless the bears push below 420, yesterday's low, we're bull biased. I'm not shorting this. But I think that's it. It's we came in with some green, right? I came in with some green from this trade last night, and we added some green with this trade. Done. One and done for the open. Today's FOMC. Look at that nastiness. That was the plan. I said I was going to take two trades today. The flush to 460. If I got stopped out, I try one more time at 420. If the bears win, then they can have their day. I'm done. It's FOMC. Today we got lucky. We got the 460 bounce and played it right above the 200 SMA and got 35 points on that. So we're good. We good. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry if you're just tuning in. The trade is done. But for those of you that were tuned in before the open, that was the plan. I was going to take 2 trades on FOMC, one at the 460 area. If I got stopped out, 420 would be my next long. If I got stopped out, that would be it. That means the bears are in control, and at that point, let them flush this down. Fortunately, we got the first trade at 460 area. That's the same trade I took last night that came in with some green. If you look at last night's trade, market dropped to this area. I entered at the bottom of that channel. I was playing the channel, got a little drawdown there, and captured that very similar trade. Until we get out of that range, you're shorting tops, longing bottoms. I'm bull biased, so I'm only going to be shorting longing bottoms until we get out of this range. But I'm done. That's it. It played out nicely. Not pushing my luck on FOMC. One and done for the day. I will continue to watch. I'm curious to see what these bulls do. I would assume with FOMC at 11 Eastern, at 11, they're probably going to hover here. They're going to be in chop fest, so be careful. Crypto Rico, good morning. Good morning to everybody. If you're just tuning in, yeah, my trade is done. I got nice little green trade, 35 points on that. But that was the plan. Even before the stream started, I said I'm only taking 2 trades today, the 460 level and the 420 level, both longs. Although I got punished for being a bull yesterday, I'm still bull biased. We have not broken any market structure to say we should switch to shorting until we break below 420, which is yesterday's low. Bulls, baby. Bulls are still in control. In the higher time frames, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, bulls are still in control. We took a pullback, a healthy pullback, but the bears were not able to push below 420. The bulls established a range between about 460 to 500. That's a 40-point range. And I would think today they're going to break out to the upside. Team Massive, let's go to 600. That would be nice. I do think today the bulls ride this up, to be honest with you. We have not broken any structure, any market structure to think that we're in bear mode. Yesterday, we took a healthy pullback within the bull range. I got punished a little bit for being a bull, but we came back today. We're up $1,600 between last night's trade and today's trade. Honestly, it was a very similar trade. It was playing the range, right? Bottom of that range, play the long. Bottom of the range, play the long. Until we get out of that range, there we go, we're out. They're popping out. Like I said, I am not switching to bear until we break below 420. So you're looking for pullbacks to long. That other JC, I needed it, brother. Last night I got beat up for being a bull. But I took a look at the video. I watched my 3 trades from yesterday. Silly mistakes. Probably out of focus. Probably needed a little bit more sleep. It happens. I walked out, which was the right thing. I probably would have lost more staying, and took a minor loss. In my book, it's a minor loss because I trade 150Ks, and we're up $1,600 today between 2 trades. Right, the overnight session trade last night that a lot of us played. And now this little trade here. So that's trading. You just got to keep your losses controlled. That's my average loss, about $1,500 to $1,700. I pushed it a little bit higher yesterday. I think I pushed $1,900 was my loss. And today we're close to coming back. So I'm hands off, not FOMC and everything going on today. Gonna leave it alone. But I will watch for a little bit. I'm curious to see if the bulls need to close above 500. Otherwise, we're in another range-bound day, probably until FOMC. Peter Chan, good morning. Crypto Rico Trades, T Massive, that other JC, King Caesar. King Caesar, great work. I had massive tilt, nearly passed 5 accounts, then destroyed them. Ah, brother. Yeah, tilt is tough, man. I know when you guys see me running for the hills, it's because I know I'm close to tilt. Yesterday, 3 red trades in a row. That's my indicator. Get the hell out. You are not in sync. Whatever's going on in your head, you're not reading the market right. Walk out. And it was one of those days that price action shifted. Yesterday, price action shifted. Ooh, look at that nasty trap. This is how it trapped me yesterday. Remember yesterday? Oh yeah, we're going for all-time highs. I entered literally on the break and got flushed out. Then I said, no way, they're not gonna flush this. They're gonna bounce it right here, I'll be fine. Well, yesterday, not only did they flush me and trap me up here, they flushed me down like almost 70 points before I closed that trade. So it's a lesson. Until you get out of a range, you are shorting tops, longing bottoms, or stay the hell out. Hey, King Caesar, man, it happens, brother. Don't beat yourself up. You guys saw it live yesterday. I got 3 red trades in a row, and I got humiliated by the market. I was down pretty bad, but I know myself. I know when to walk out, or at least I try to know when to walk out. Yesterday was one of those days. Had I continued, I would have lost more, potentially blown accounts. I was so bull biased. I'm still bull biased. Bears have not been able to push below 420. That level until they push below 420 and hold. I'm not switching. I'm looking for bottoms and longing. Yeah, King C, especially today, brother. Be careful. Be careful with today FOMC. It's going to be choppy. It's probably going to be choppy until 11. They might even stay in this range until 11. I've had my tilt moments live. You guys have seen those. Yesterday was just one of those days. I made some silly mistakes, not adjusting to direction. The bears clearly wanted a pullback, a healthy pullback. They have been unable to push below 420. But you got to adjust to what the market gives you that day. And I did not. Thankfully, I walked out. And between last night and today, coming back. Well, good morning. Good morning to everyone. I hope if you've traded already, I hope you're in the green. Today, be careful. FOMC, it's going to be choppy till from here on. It's going to be probably a range. So be careful. I'm curious to see if they can break out of this range. If bears can push below 420 and hold, then we got red day. I'm assuming bulls want to bring this back above 500 and start pushing. Let's find out. So far, still in that range. You're shorting tops, long in bottoms until you break out or wait. And there's that bounce again right there. Like I said, I'm just watching right now. But that, even if you're scalping it, any touch on that bottom is easy 10, 15 points. All right, let's see what happens. Like I said, I appreciate you guys tuned in. I'll be watching unless there's like some major move. I think I'm in capital protection mode. No more trades. I wonder if they're going to be able to get out of this range before FOMC. If they're just going to stay in the range throughout until FOMC, it's going to be a nasty chop fest. But that's what you get on FOMC days. You want to get that trade pretty early, trade the chop fest, or wait. Since I am done, I'll probably end the stream probably in the next 15-20 minutes. That gives me a good chance to spend some time with my son, take him to school, instead of getting stuck here trying to recover. I do appreciate everybody tuned in. If you're new to the stream, you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I do this every morning, win, lose, or draw. Tilt, good days, bad days, good wins, bad losses, ugly losses. It's all live. Keep it pretty transparent. We got a good trading community building here. My goal here is to build exactly that, a trading community. The idea is over time to have some guests on this stream. I'm already chatting with two guys that other JC. Hopefully we can get this set up for next week. That way you hear commentary, my style of trading, another trader's style. I want to get different styles live on this stream from you guys, my community, right? We're trying to build a community, or I'm trying to build a community of like-minded traders, different strategies. Let's all grow together, learn together. There's so many strategies out there. There's so many styles, so many personalities. It's finding that personality that works for you, and that's what I'm trying to build with this channel. This channel is not about me flexing that I'm a great trader or that I'm a trading guru. I don't sell courses. I don't plan on selling courses. I don't sell Discords, nothing. Everything here is free. But the idea is, like I said, to build a group of traders, beginners, experienced, and offer this for maybe some beginner traders that joined the channel or watching the stream. You get to hear my commentary, my style. You get to hear other traders' style, right? My style is very fast, very aggressive, win, lose, or draw. But there are other styles out there that are a little more relaxed, right? Waiting for market structure, waiting for a longer extended play. So next week, hopefully we can get that other JC and somebody else starting to guest on this stream. That way you'll hear different styles, different approaches. I actually like it on the stream when we have opposing positions, right? Don't be afraid to come down and say, JC, I'm fading you. You're in a long, I'm in a short, and this is why. No harm done, no feelings hurt. That's how the market works. It gets more the market only works with opposing positions. Last night we had some shorts in play. A couple of us were long. And that's the goal, is to have different approaches to each trading session. I'll be right back, guys. So yeah, that's the goal. Yep, this bottom is the money machine right now. Quick 5-10 points. All right, 15-minute opening range alarm in 3. Oh no, that's the 10 a.m. news now. So stay tuned. We're gonna have some guests on the stream, and you'll hear different commentary, different approaches. It's open to this trading community. If you want to hop on with me and give your insights and how you see the plays and all that, that's the idea. Give the channel to become a resource for maybe beginner traders, or offer different ideas I learned to trade watching other people, getting a little bit of this strategy, a little bit of that strategy. That strategy I don't like. It's effective and it's profitable, but I'm not that smart. I'll never understand that strategy. Let me move on. I'm not the brightest guy. I'm not a smart guy. I like it very simple, and I've developed a strategy that is very simple. As long as it keeps me profitable, I'll do like minor adjustments. Some of you have given me some good tips that I use, and that's how trading works. This is hopefully a resource over time for beginner traders or experienced traders looking to adjust and fine-tune their strategy. So stay tuned for more. Bobcat FX, welcome to the stream, brother. Christopher, you're headed out? All right, brother, have a good one. So we're in that range. Little chop fest going on there. We might be in the chop fest for a while until FOMC, but I'm gonna call it in about 15 minutes. I'll stay for the full hour. But we got the trade pretty early. King Caesar, man, we've all fallen into that trap. Everyone's had that day where you're like, I'm not going to trade anymore. I'm not going to trade anymore. And then you do. And then you do. That's why yesterday I stayed purposely on the stream in a loss so I wouldn't take any more trades. And I dragged it all the way into lunch because I know by then it's slow and I don't like to trade in the morning when it's that slow during lunch. And I did it on purpose. It's to avoid further damage to the accounts and fall in tilt. All right, here they go. They're trying to flush this. Let's go, Bears. Let's see if the Bears can flush. Unless they push below 420, long biased. These are all just little tests of that bottom. Let's see if they can flush it even further today. King Caesar, exactly, brother. And we've all fallen victim to tilt. I've been in tilt. I've fallen into tilt live. So don't beat yourself up for it. It's part of the process. Man, they're definitely chopping it up here, huh? All right, I'll stay on for 10 more minutes. It's FOMC. I'm done. Got the winning trade, and I'm not pushing my luck. We are in a descending channel though. Bears have been stepping it up with their selling pressure. I'll give you that. But we are in a descending channel on the higher time frame, right? Hopefully you guys caught that descending channel. Hold on, where is it? Right here. Oops. We're tapering now within this descending channel. Very tight selling action. Let's see how they play out. Usually when you get this tight, there's a breakout, but as soon as they break out of this tight little channel within the descending channel, you'll have some push. My guess is they're going to push it up, but it could break out. It could break either way. There's that tight tapering right there. Getting tight. My guess is we're popping out of this to the upside. All right, there's the pop, 20 SMA. And they push out of the 20 and push out of that channel. I think so. I think this is the move out of that. There it is. Now they got to push above that 200 SMA and hold above 500 if they're going to do this. There's the pop. Struggling at that 200. Now, if their bears flush it back into the channel, ooh, that's another trap. They already trapped everybody up here on the 15-minute opening range breakout and the breakout above 500. Right, they flushed them right back down. We've seen that over and over on the 15-minute opening range breakout. I think market makers have learned that play, and they're trapping everybody on this breakout. They flush them right back down. So let's see if they finally get the breakout today, above 500. Yesterday, they weren't able to break above 500, but bulls did not allow anything below that 420 area. So I think it's bullish. Well, at least I'm bullish. Struggling at the 200. And now popping above the 200. There we go. Next level. And they keep this above 500 now. Bulls have been unable to have hold it above 500 since yesterday, throughout the overnight session as well. Today's the day to reconquer 500 and continue up. Like I said, although I paid for being a bull yesterday, I'm still bull biased. We were not able to break market structure below 420. Until we get below 420, I'm bull biased. Now, to be fair, bulls have to establish pricing above 500. They were not able to yesterday. They weren't able to over the overnight. Let's see if 500 is the number that keeps this whole thing in the range. $405, yeah, man. $405. We had some fun with $405 last week, for sure. All right, so 500 holding again. You can't flip. You can't trade this breakout. It's going to be tricky to play the breakout. You're better off playing the range until we break out for the upside or the downside. 500 is holding. It held yesterday. It held throughout the overnight. Bulls were not able to hold above 500. So if there's more pullback to this, I'd switch to bear until we're below 420 with a close. Otherwise, we're just in consolidation on this pullback. And it's FOMC day, so I wouldn't be surprised if they continue this barcoding until FOMC. All right, bears making a move here. Can they flush below yesterday's close, 460, or 450 rather? Or are we just going to come back down to this range and pop right back up? So if they continue to hold this channel, right, they can flush it down to around 450. If they break out of that channel, 420 is the next level to watch. Now, if they're dirty, and we go back to that 405, and we're back to 405, that'll be very interesting. I don't know. I don't know if the bears have it in them today. We'll see. I'll switch to bear below 420. Until then, bull biased, even though I paid yesterday for being a bull. See if they bring this all the way back down in that channel. That'd be dirty. Be dirty. That'd be two look above and fails. All right, so far the bottom of that range is holding, and that's what we're doing, just range bound trading. That bottom is quick 10-point scalp. King Caesar, that's what I love to hear, man. 700 on your combine, 830 on your master account. I'd say call it a day, brother. It's FOMC. I mean, I know you love this chop. I know you love to trade the chop, but it's FOMC. It's gonna be tricky. You got some green on a choppy day, FOMC. Go relax the mind. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, well, if you're just tuning in, I'm up about 1,600 today. That's between two trades. One from last night, pretty much the same trade. Hold on, where is it? Here we go. Pretty much a similar trade, trading the long in the bottom of that range to the top. Last night I got this trade during the late night or late Asia stream. Then this morning, before we even started, I said I'm taking two trades. I'm watching this 460 level for a long, and I'll watch for 420 for the long. If the bears flush me out, then it would have been two losses. Fortunately, we got it, the initial bounce, right at that level, the overnight low and previous day close area. We saw the bounce, entered, targeting that 200 SMA, got a little bit above that, and called it. That's quick 35 points. So we're in the green a couple minutes into the open. I'm not pushing my luck on FOMC. Got the trade, had the plan, and today the plan was only two trades. If the bears were going to flush it, then I was willing to give up two attempts on longing it. This range, this area right here, and the 420. Those were the two levels I was interested in longing. Got it on the first one and calling it a day. All right, guys, we just hit the 1 hour mark. I do appreciate you, but because I got it done pretty early, I'm going to go enjoy some time with the family, have some breakfast with the kiddos, take them to school, and touch some grass. I do appreciate you. Unfortunately, I get it. It's boring, but it happened pretty quickly. Done for the day. It's FOMC. Be careful. If you're in the green, walk out. If you're in the red, today's probably not the day to battle the market. It's tough. FOMC is going to be a tough day. You're going to see a lot of that barcoding. As long as you're willing to trade the chop and not get too greedy on some of these plays, you can get flushed right back down or pushed right back up. So be careful. Mike Milan, that other JC, Peter Chan, some of the regulars. I do appreciate you, King Caesar. That's it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, got it done pretty quickly. Within the first 5 minutes. With FOMC, I'm not pushing my luck. I had a pretty bad day yesterday. Recover the losses slowly, not necessarily try to get it all back in one trade. I do appreciate you all. Do me a favor, if you're new to the stream, you enjoy the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I'm going to go enjoy my kids instead of trading. So have a great one. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys. For those of you that trade the late night Asia, I'll be on tonight, 9:15 p.m., and I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Tomorrow will be my last day trading for the week. Friday, I'm off to Sedona with the family, and not trading Friday. I know, it's NFP. As much as I want to trade NFP, I'll be on the road. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. Keep it green. If you're in the red, try to keep your losses to a minimum. Have a great one.